getting ready to go racing here at Ohio. One of the Yamp cars again, Charles Sanford's on the front row here. He's got the front row here, and on the outside of him is Jacob Harton FBR car. Here we are for 100 laps of racing here at Ohio. Round number 10, it's green. The Yamp Motorsports cars have been outstanding the last 3 weeks, with Sanford winning at Motorsports, Chris Louivere winning the last round. Charles Sanford leads right now, but Nick Perkles is right in behind. Here's one of the Sums cars. The Sum team is back here. James Shelley here, along with his teammate Sean Harple, not far behind there. They're not racing on the road courses this season, and they're back for the ovals here, and they're back racing for a couple of weeks here. Blue Flare Motorsports was announced a week, right there in advance, right there at the weekend of Cape America, that Blue Flare Motorsports was now going to be buying Fuel Brothers Racing engines out of the Toyota department there. So Charles Jackson and Trent Togger are now getting Fuel Brothers Racing engines, and they should be competitive now. However, up front, the battle continues here. The two Fords here, Charles Sanford and Nick Perkles. Last weekend, it was Chris Louivere and Skye Collins battling for the win there. And today, it's Nick Perkles and Charles Sanford right now, but Nick Mace's blue and silver number 48 Chevrolet, the similar colors we're used to seeing him in. He's running right now in third in that Chevy car. Right behind him there, Andreas Allen's doing an amazing job for his team here, for the Dodge right here. This Allen Family Racing team is the leading team in the Dodges over there. Andreas Allen trying to do some good here. Jake Bassinger, remember, he lost the point lead after Cape America. He comes in this race only 3 points behind Jeff James, and right now as it runs, he would take over the points lead once again. Here's some guys I'm surprised that are running in the back of the field here. Vince Allen, a Mace car. Sean Perkins, really surprised he's back here. Trent Togger, he's just on the high side there. That's not a very good spot there. Dom Capps, Richard Johnson, Jordan Davis, Chris Louivere, last weekend's winner, Noah Hart, also back here as well. I mean, these are some good teams back here that's also running car back in the field here. Matt DeLeo, DJ Curtis. I expected a lot better out of these teams here today. But up front, the battle is continuing on right here. Charles Sanford, Nick Mace, Nick Perkles, two Nicks, one Charles up here battling for this win here. Nick Mace, Nick Mace's Mace Enterprises team has been trying so hard this season to be better than the Ford team. The Ford teams of Yates, not Yates, but Yamp Motorsports, Coorweiser, and Turner Fenway have been way better than the Mace cars. Mace Enterprises has been pretty good, but they have not been better than them to be able to win races here. Nick Mace has found himself inside the top 5 many times this season, but not able to win a race yet. Nick Macy's won 21 races in the Sony Cup Series. Richard Johnson has won 23 races in the Sony Cup Series. And Nick Mace, if he could win here today, he would only be 1 win behind Richard Johnson in the most winning driver list. But Charles Sanford, coming in today, he is tied with Eric Burton for 13 wins in the series, and he's trying to get win number 14 here today, and his second win of the season. But Nick Mace got off the turn really well and is trying to get underneath Sanford here, and Sanford's able to hold off here. Bassinger right now runs 5th, and back in 8th is Jeff James. So right now, as things run, Jeff James would have the point lead by a tiebreaker because he has the most wins this season. Bassinger in 5th. 3 points made up on him there, but the front 3 have broken away right here. Sanford, Mace, and Perkles here. You got Yamp Motorsports, Mace Enterprises, and Coorweiser Racing here, but Mace looks like he's going to be able to get the position here as he drives it up underneath of Sanford off turns 2 in a 3 and 4. Oh boy, back to start-finish line. Mace by a bumper there takes the lead at the stripe. And Sanford looks like he's going to lose out on 1st and 2nd and drop to 3rd. Perkles up to 2nd now. But up front, here comes Perkles. He had a run off turn number 4 there and just drove it up right underneath of Mace. But Perkles really drove it in deep in 1 and 2. And here comes Sanford. Looks like he's going to drive right underneath both of them. And this battle is fun to watch. Perkles let it strike there. But through 1 and 2, Charles Sanford takes the lead back once again. And Nick Mace gets underneath Perkles for second. With these guys racing really hard, it's allowing Andres Allen and Jake Bassinger to try and reel the gap in just a little bit, but the front 3 are in their own little zip code here. I wouldn't be surprised if the winner of this race comes from just them 3 drivers there. Charles Sanford, Nick Mace, and Nick Perkles, the top 3 better cars this race so far as it's shown on lap 35. The leaders now are starting to hit lap traffic. They just went by Hunter Davis and Alan Cavanaro there. Charles Sanford breaking out the lead here, but Nick Perkles, Nick Mace, they're not far behind. Andreas Allen is now right on the back bumper of Nick Mace. Allen has not went the victory lane since season 11, and it's been a long time since we've seen Andreas Allen go back to victory lane. I know he really wants to go back to victory lane. And Charles Sanford is kind of breaking away now because of the lap traffic being in the way here with Hunter Davis and Cavanaro being in the way. Perkles and Mace got to find a way to get around them here. Here's a driver that's having a really good race weekend here. Michael White for the Turner Fenway team. His teammate is right up here in 5th, Jake Bassinger. Bassinger's having a really good season here. But Michael White here, he's kind of struggled. I did not know what to expect from him coming from a good team. I thought he was kind of a washed-up driver, but he's kind of showing that he's got some strength here to run well in this stable here. He got a top 10 at Motorsports, and he's been doing really well and solid for this race team. Right now, inside the top 10, really good run for Michael White. Here's some guys not having the very best of luck run right now. Noah Hart, like here, boy, like James Sorfox not doing good. Henry Kavanaugh, Dom Caps, Cody Lamas, Vince Allen, Cooper Cyrons, Sean Perkins, Kyle Collins, Matt DeLeo there, Dylan Young. They're all fixing to get lapped here by our leader, Charles Sanford. But Sanford better look out because Perkles, Mace, and Allen are right there. If something happens up in front of Sanford here, lap traffic getting in the way here, Perkles drives it in deep there. This could be a good show down to the finish here. Oh boy here, Charles Sanford having to deal with some lap traffic here. Dylan Young in the way here, 3 wide. Nick Perkles is right there with Nick Mace, Andreas Allen. Then there's Bassinger back in 5th, 6th Luke Martin, 7th position Michael White, 8th position Jeff James, 9th place is Ashley Mace, 10th Skye Commons, 11th Jacob Hart, 12th is a good run for Charles Jackson, 13th Jesse Turner, 14th Eric Burton, 15th DJ Curtis, 16th Ryan Acosta, 17th Sean Galligan, 18th Jordan Davis, 19th Richard Johnson, and round out the top 20 is Emma White. But up front, Charles Sanford has kind of cleared lap traffic now, and Nick Perkles is there along with Nick Mace, so this is going to be a fun show to the end of this race. By lap 73 here, Nick Perkles with overdrive turn 3 and 4 there, trying to run down Charles Sanford, and Perkles overdrove it, and Mace got right up underneath him there, and Perkles would end up losing the 2nd spot to Nick Mace. Perkles would lose out even more there when lap car Stephen Pollard III would get underneath him here, and now Andreas Allen moves his way up to 3rd. This is the highest I've seen Allen on the grid here all season. And that 43 Dodge there, that team and organization is the leading team for Dodge this season, and there's not a lot of Dodges in the field this season. Andreas Allen, what it would be to see him drive that 43 car back to victory lane here for this season here. One driver that has really fallen off these last few laps here, Jake Bassinger. He lost 5th place to Luke Martin a little earlier, and ever since then he's been dropping off the pace. He's now down to 8th. He's lost a position to Jeff James, which that is points there. Jeff James has the point lead over Bassinger coming in this race by only 3 points, and that's going to be another point lost this race if James finishes ahead of Bassinger. But Michael White up to 6th, Luke Martin up to 5th, Perkles down to 4th like we said earlier, and Nick Mace is trying to cut into the gap of the leader. 15:25 last lap, at 15:27 by Sanford there. Nick Mace is trying to close in on Charles Sanford. battle on going here for third. Perkles is trying to get underneath Allen here. We're coming around to nearly 10 laps to go here. And Luke Martin is closing in on this battle here as well. Maybe he can battle right here for third. Boy, Allen really chopped off Perkles there. And Allen saw how close he was to getting turned off the nose of Perkles and decided to give him the room there. And Perkles drives around for third. Charles Sanford with only a few laps to go. Coming around, and oh no, Charles Sanford blows up from the lead with only 8 laps to go. Nick Mace goes on by. Nick Perkles, Luke Martin, Andreas Allen. The leaders go by Charles Sanford's engine. Let's go on lap 92 out of 100 while leading the race there. Charles Sanford was on suit to get maybe his second win of the season and his 14th career win. But the engine lets go just shy of the finish here, and it's going to hand over the lead to Nick Mace. Wow, I can't believe that there. Nick Mace. It didn't look like Nick Mace was going to have enough time to catch him there, and Nick Mace didn't have a better car than Sanford. Sanford had looked like maybe the better car than all the other guys out there, but Mace was trying to cut in the gap little by little there. He was not cutting in the gap, that big of a gap there. He was not as quick as Sanford, and that was a lucky break there, but that Sanford's engine blew there. Nick Mace there, looks like he may be getting win number 1, or not win number 1, but his first win of the season here. But also, this is going to be history right here, folks. Nick Mace is going to make history right here today if it stays like this. If he can come around and win this race, Nick Mace will get his 50th ARCSOA win in the universe here. Nick Mace has 24 ARCSOA Elite Series wins, 21 Sony Cup Series wins, and 4 DuPont Cup Series wins. And if he can win here today, he'll get, oh, I don't want to speak too soon. He's got kicked up high here. 2 to go. Nick Perkles is here. He's right here. Perkles may steal this win here. Luke Martin's there as well. Coorweiser looking to steal the win from Mace with only 2 to go. Lamas is in the way. Nick Mace drove it in deep. He knew what was going on there. White flag. Perkles leads at the stripe. Oh man, I was talking about maybe Mace going to victory lane, but it's not going to happen. Mace gets passed by the Coorweisers on the last lap. Nick Perkles comes from nowhere to win the race here. Nick Perkles is your winner at Ohio. Oh, man, I spoiled it there. Oh, man. Nick Mace was on search to maybe try and win the 50th win of his ARCSOA career because he's won 24 Elite Series races, 21 Sony Cup Series races, and 4 DuPont World Cup Series wins. And if he would have won here today, it would have been his 50th ARCSOA Universe win. But it's not going to happen. Perkles gets a win for Coorweiser here. A long time coming here for these weeks here. Perkles has been really strong all season here, and he came from nowhere in them final few laps there. Oh my goodness. He was battling with Andreas Allen there, and I don't know where Andreas Allen went. He may have dropped down to 5th, but Perkles was battling with Allen for 3rd with less than 10 laps to go. No chance really at winning, and Sanford blew up. Nick Mace got kicked up high. And when Nick Mace saw Nick Perkles coming up on him on the inside, Nick Mace drove it in deep, almost hit Cody Lamas' lap car there coming to the white flag. Really got him loose there. Nick Perkles is your winner here today. I have no idea how many laps he led here today. He may have just led maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, something around in there. He did not lead any more than 4 laps here today. He may have led 2 or 3 laps today, and that's all you need right there, as long as you lead the last one there. Nick Perkles was a strong car at like Arkansas, and throughout this whole entire season, Nick Perkles has been really good, and he should have been a winner so far this season, especially out at Arkansas. Nick Perkles deserved that win there, but Coorweiser Racing's 3rd different driver win for this season, but Coorweiser Racing there, that's going to be their 6th career win, not their 6th career win, but their 6th win of the season, because Jeff James won 3, this season, and Luke Martin won too. And this makes another one with Nick Perkles winning here today here at Ohio Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Nick Perkles at Coorweiser Racing. Perkles on his second career win, Coorweiser Racing on their 6th win of the season out of 10 races so far, and Ford is going to victory lane for the 9th time out of 10 races this season. Let's get you to our finishing results and standings after round number 10.